Here, silence becomes a mirror. And it's not always a gentle mirror. The desert is the place where noise ceases so that truth can echo. It's where the soul realizes there's nothing left to do, just to be. This step tests the walker's perseverance.
With the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly, it was time for them to meet. It was 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held a
Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit if it ain't my old friend from Goodsprings.
about to meet his death.
Don't rightly know. Just got the notion to make my way to New Vegas. Reckon I'll find out when I get there.
And the swiftness of the Ranger is still talked about
Novak?
today.
Nice enough place, I suppose. But between you and me, when I rolled into town, my skin started to itch. Watch yourself.
Big iron on his hip. It was over.
No, don't believe I did. But you might ask around. The Novak folk usually see. Likewise. That's a mighty fine offer, but I'm gonna need to conserve my strength if I'm gonna make it all the way to New Vegas. I'm sure you do just fine without old Vic slowing you down.
Big iron, big iron. When he tried to
I'll let that slide, seeing as how you got a mind full of vengeance for that no-good polecat and all. BC?
God damn it. Don't sneak up on me like that. What do you want? I think you better leave. Wait. You just got into town. Maybe you shouldn't go. I need someone I can trust. I want you to find something out for me. I don't know. My wife was taken from our home by Legion slavers one night while I was on watch. They knew when to come, what route to take. My wife's dead. I want the son of a bitch who sold her. Bring him out in front of the nest here while I'm on duty. And I'll take care of the rest. Good. No one in town knows that I know what happened to my wife. Best...
Toast for that. And be quick about it.
Hey there, need anything? Sure, here's what I got.
Hey there. In from out of town, ain't you? Name's Dusty. Well, to be honest with you, I don't really know them two as well as I might. I remember she had an edge about her, like she'd rather be someplace else. This kind of life ain't for everyone, that's for darn sure. Oh, I tend to my ranch, that's about it. Alice will tell you, I don't get out a whole lot. You must mean what's left of it. Somebody's been attacking our animals at night. We're down to less than half of what we had a few weeks back. Every night around midnight, Alice and I wake up to some crazy hollering and gunshots. You'd think the world was ending all over again. But it's just one animal each night. They don't take it or carve it up or nothing. Just leave it there, all full of holes. Can't say I have, but we usually keep to ourselves down here. You might have more luck up by the motel. Maybe ask Jeannie Mae. Nothing happens in this town that she don't know about. She'll be up in the lobby most days. We'd be grateful, especially if you find them before they get my whole stock. But don't go getting yourself killed over it. Alice and I'll find a way to make do. Always have. Beg your pardon, ma'am, but them two-headed beeves ain't worth getting shot over. Not to mention what would happen if half of what Nobark says is true. Best we can hope is that whoever's doing this will move on or get tired of it. I just hope it happens while we still got animals left. Whoever it is, I don't think they're from around town. Seems like they've taken to shooting from the west side. So long.
Is everything all right? Awful late to be dropping in unexpected. How should I put it? I guess you could say she was kinda like a cactus flower. Real pretty to look at, but there was just no getting close to her. She never did take to living here. She liked the big lights and fast living of New Vegas. I got the feeling she was trying to get Boone to leave with her, but I guess she got tired of waiting. Nothing that wouldn't be wrong with any man who loses a wife, I suppose. Poor dear. I know he thinks she was kidnapped, but I'm not so sure she didn't just run off on her own. You could tell she was thinking about it ever since they arrived.
Johnny Guitar.
Well, he might have been wearing a fancy outfit, but he wasn't any kind of gentleman to me. Had his nose stuck so high in the air you couldn't see it above the clouds. City folk. They always think they deserve better than what they got. Those hoodlums he was with seemed to know Manny for some reason. He's our daytime sniper, up in the dinosaur's mouth. Oh, what am I doing? I got to think. I'm Jeannie May. I take...
Like the one they call
Watch out for...
Johnny Guitar.
Here. Who sent you? I ain't talking. They tried to get me to talk before, but I didn't say nothing. And I don't aim to now, by gum. We'll just see about that. You come any closer and I'm liable to stick you with my sticking knife. Old Stick is feeling mighty ornery this day. Weird's just normal when normal decides to start taking notice of things. You just think about that. Now, what'd you come here for? Because they know I ain't just barking here. What I say has got bite, because it's the truth. Them quack doctors can say what they want about all the rat scorpion stings that done pierced my skull. And I know what I seen. Seen it all. Seen shadowy folk come to his room and leave again in the middle of the night. Thought one might have gone in the lobby, too, for a spell. Could be that person went in to get something. Or used the John, maybe. Mighty interesting either way, you ask me. I thought it was cannibals, come to eat us all for sure. So I kept out of sight. But now I know better.
In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red.
Mole rat men come up from the underneath to steal young women with promises of riches and fancy mud mansions with all the latest designer appliances. They covered our lady folks' long hair for wigs, it said, being either bald or balding themselves.
Now the stranger started talking, made it plain for folks around.
There's been things of a disturbing nature going on at the McBride Corral. Seems every night one of their herd meets a most unnatural death. And always there's holes all over the body. Work of the chupacabra, the livestock vampire, says Nobark. But they don't pay no mind. Too many holes, they say, and there's bullets in them. Well, says Nobark, we got a chupacabra with an automatic weapon. And that's when they get real quiet, because now they see the predicament they're in.
20 men had tried to take him, 20 men had made a slip.
If anyone...
21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. The morning passed so quickly it was time for them to meet. It was 20 past 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome ranger was about to meet his death, about to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play.
Hey there.
And the swiftness of the Ranger is still talked about today. Texas red and not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the Ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have went on living, but he made one fatal slip when he tried to match the Ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. Big iron, big iron. When he tried to match the Ranger with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip.
In the shadow of the valley, I would like to settle down. Wide open space, wind on my face, a distant horizon, the moon on the crest. In the shadow of the valley that I love best, you have always waited for me, and you always will be there. Sagebrush and pine, old friends of mine, a little bit further, I will find my way in the shadow of the valley that I love best. I have wandered many places, but they're all the same to me. Nowhere I've found to settle down.
Well, welcome to you.
A little bit further, I'll find
Okay, if that's what you think.
in the shadow of the valley that I love best. In the shadow of the valley that I love best.
Howdy, partner.
You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out. What's the use in buying a car if you won't like gasoline? Who we used to be, 2 on the par, now we can't get on the green.
That's it then.
I don't know
How did you
where
know?
it went, but it sure went flying.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised. It'd be like them to keep paperwork. Here, this is all I can give. I think our dealings are done here. I don't know. I won't be staying, I know that. Don't see much point in anything right now, except hunting legionaries. Maybe I'll wander. Like you. You don't want to do that. Yeah. Working on your own, you're a lot less effective. I've been there and paid for it. But this isn't gonna end well. Fine. Let's get out of here.
What's the use in buying a car if you won't buy gasoline? Who we used to be, 2 on the par, now we can't get on the green. I don't know where it went, but it sure went flying. Love's like dough that's been spent. Now there's no use crying. Tell me, where can I go? East or west or north or due south? You let the blues move in, now I'm moving out. You let the blues move in.